Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 22nd of February. James Spann here. Guess what? It's going to rain again tonight, but I think the weekend mostly dry. But it's going to be Sunday before the sun really comes back. Let's go in there and take a look. These are Skycam shots, and certainly not much sunshine today across the state. This is the Trustful Skycam. Low clouds, a bit of drizzle at mid-afternoon. There's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. It's cloudy. Rain not that far south of the city at mid-afternoon. It's been raining down at Demopolis. In fact, that's our Demopolis Skycam, where a good moderate rain is falling at about 2:30. Very active pattern, very energetic. We have an upper low that's near Des Moines. That's the one that brought the big snow to the nation's heartland recently. And we have a new wave coming into Texas, and that will be spinning up a wave on the stalled surface boundary just south of here, and that means more rain tonight. Here's a visible satellite view. Actually, northwest Alabama saw a little bit of sunshine today. See that break in the clouds up there around Fayette and Haleyville, Hamilton, Addison, West Point, places like that. But for most of Alabama, they're socked in with clouds. And there's a look at the rain coming in. That was the radar capture at 2:10. At that point, it was raining around the Black Belt, Livingston, York, over to Demopolis and Uniontown. That rain area moving northeast. That will be expanding with time. And, the wedge, cold air damming, playing a role today. Look at East Alabama. They're only in the 40s, 45 at Fort Payne. Yeah, that thing will bite you when you don't expect it. But Tuscaloosa's got 63 over in West Alabama. And again, we've had cloudy conditions for most of the state today. In terms of flooding issues, got a flash flood watch in effect for a pretty good chunk of South Alabama up into Georgia. That is basically from Mobile to Montgomery to Atlanta and down to places like Macon and Dothan. And that's where there could be enough rains for some flooding issues tonight and tomorrow. But we don't expect any flooding problems here in this part of the state. And no severe weather risk for the next couple of days. This is the risk for the rest of today and tonight, just the low-end 5% probabilities. Now, there have actually been some severe thunderstorm warnings out of Jackson, Mississippi this afternoon, so they might have to expand that a little bit to the north and west. But again, for us, we're cool and stable. Tomorrow, low-end 5% probabilities off to the east. Places like Jacksonville, Savannah, Panama City, Charleston involved in that. Day 3, which is Sunday, a very small chance of severe weather right on the immediate Gulf Coast. And Day 4, which is Monday, the risk for now is around Dothan and the far southeastern tip of the state. They might work that thing back a little northward if model trends continue. In fact, we'll talk about that here in just a moment. This is the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Friday morning of next week. And that shows rain amounts of as high as 7 inches down around Florala and Bruton. That's some big-time numbers there, and that's the reason you got flash flood watches in effect down there. The rain will not be that extensive up here. And again, we'll have rain tonight for most everybody. Now, tomorrow, this is the look at noon off the GFS, the 12Z run. More strong shortwave energy coming through the southern plain states, and down below that, the rain continues for the southern half of Alabama. I really think for this end of the state, from Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston north, it will be a cloudy day, but the rain should stay down across the southern half of the state. The GFS has been too warm. It's got 64 tomorrow, high probably closer to 60, but kind of a cloudy day, but the rain from generally Montgomery south. Sunday, that's your day. That's going to be a great day. Sunny with a high in the mid-60s, anywhere from probably 63 to 66. That'll be nice. But enjoy it because Monday, look what's coming at us. A very deep upper trough. Down below that, it's the same idea. The GFS has 2 distinct surface lows, one near Wichita, Kansas, 998 millibars, and one on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, 1,003 millibars. And theoretically, the greatest severe weather chance would be along and east and south of that secondary surface low over South Alabama. We'll check the instability, though, and those numbers are starting to ramp up. This is showing lifted indices down to -5 as far north as Montgomery, with surface-based instability as far north as Birmingham. And let me also say, this is off the NAM, and notice how the NAM has a different look. Instead of two distinct surface lows, it has one 1,000 millibar low just north of Memphis. And that would be a much greater severe weather threat if this is right. So still some, more questions than answers about Monday. That would clearly suggest a chance of severe weather from about Birmingham south, if this is right. And this is the EHI, the Energy Helicity Index, and those numbers are very significant. That's near Montgomery. So that's the reason I'm thinking the guys at SPC might have to pull that back north again if these trends continue. But whatever, Monday we'll mention a good chance of showers and storms, maybe some strong storms, better chance of severe weather over the southern half of the state. Tuesday, the rain is gone, cooled down a little bit, highs go back in the 50s, and there could be some wraparound clouds over the northern part of Alabama based on that deep surface low near Chicago, if this is right. But Wednesday, we should be dry, although there is an impulse off to the west. Again, high should be in the 50s. And then Thursday, in the wake of that impulse, it starts to turn colder. Highs go probably in the low 50s. We have cold air advection. And here's a week from today. This is Friday, March 1st, the beginning of meteorological spring. Wow. Nice trough over the east. And down below that, we turn sharply colder. Highs drop in the low 40s if this is right. Up in the Tennessee Valley, they'll probably not get out of the 30s. That's a cold start to the month of March, and of course that shows snow flurries into Tennessee and Kentucky. And then we'll go out there to Sunday, March the 3rd, and again, that's a very cold look, a deep upper low near Greenville, South Carolina. The 540 thickness line down to Tampa Bay, Florida. And again, based on that look, there's a surface low down there, but this would suggest any snow would be south of here, actually in the Gulf of Mexico and near the Gulf Coast of all places, and that would just be a very cold day. So again, forget the snow chance here. The main issue, it's going to be cold, much colder than average to start the month of March, probably for the first 4, maybe 5 days of the month of March. And the consistency in this idea has been very good. And whether we have, a snow threat in here, we just don't know that yet. We'll see how it plays out. Then we'll check the end of the forecast on March 10th. The whole pattern flips. The trough reverts out to the west. We warm up in a big way, and the west looks cold and unsettled out there. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here, my next video, Monday morning at 7, Brian Peters, the man that looks like Colonel Sanders. We'll have the updates tomorrow and Sunday. If you can't catch us on ABC 3340 News, on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Hey, this is Ross with my partner Bob. We have a show called Worldview Matters.
And Ross, as you know, we believe that everything in life is somehow related to how people view the world around them.
Our show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. Also available on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.